Thank you so much for joining me, Tauruses. This is Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud to see what we see. We'll be diving into your person's feelings, thoughts, wants, and actions. This is your you versus them for the next 30 days for our Tauruses. So while I was meditating, I was getting swimming, a lot of water, playing in the water. Some of you may have been at the beach. I was getting a feeling of beachy sand and water waves. And then out of the blue, coffee. So maybe some of you love coffee at the beach. I don't know. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I am going to draw for your past, present, and future energy. And then after that, we are going to dive into our truth perceptions and then the tarot. And if you watch my channel, you know I love to end with angel advice and animal support advice. So let's see what we get for our past energy. And I hope all y'all were having a wonderful week. This is for your next 30 days. And remember that this is a general. So take what resonates and leave the rest. This will most likely be about your soul mate. But this can also be your twin soul, your soul tribe. And if you're not in a romantic connection, it can be your friend, your family, your business partner, a significant relationship. So cross watchers, also remember that the energy can be flipped. And I am going to read future energy last, so that'll be at the end of the reading. All right, we'll get that in a second. All right, so past energy, we do have the Three of Cups and the Emperor. So there is a sense of celebrations, fun, spending time with family, friends, getting to know each other deeper, you know, dining out together. And that Emperor is all about, you know, solidifying those commitments, those structures. And there might be, for some of you, there might be a sense of a little bit of control issues. You know, so for one group of you, you guys are having a really happy time. You guys are solidifying your commitments. You're going strong. For another group of you, one of you is having control issues over what the other person is doing. Like they might suspect the other person is going out, stepping out on them, having affairs. They might be saying, I don't want you to be spending time, you know, with other people, or other men or other women, depending on the situation for you. So there's two different groups of you that I'm feeling in that energy in the past. In the current energy, we do have our Queen of Wands and we do have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups has a lot to do with trying to make decisions. You're trying to decide what to do moving forward. And so there's a lot of decisions on the table for a lot of you. And the Queen of Wands is all about, you know, she's showing up for herself. She's probably, you know, a lot of you are probably really passionate. And take gender as it resonates. It's a feminine energy, but again, gender as it resonates. So she can be strong-minded, strong-willed, passionate, feisty, but she's a very, you know, it's not a negative energy. It's more like I'm in my power and I know what I want. I know myself. I know what I want in this relationship. And so there's a sense of empowerment and knowing what you want and a soulful connection with the person, but also there's a little bit of confusion. So maybe the confusion's coming from one side of you and the empowerment's coming from the other, or maybe someone is making the person who's feeling empowered confused because they're confused. So, but there is a sense of decisions, you know, decisions having to be made. And we also get beautiful soulful energy. The Emperor and the Queen of Wands are both very strong in terms of soul contracts. I do read primarily for soul tribes, soulmate, and soul twins. So yeah, this is just confirmation of soul contracts in heaven wanting to be brought down here also on earth. So we're going to go ahead and see about our future energies, and then we're going to dive into our truth perceptions, which I love to do, and we will see what we get for that. All right, so we'll read that in a bit. So the truth perceptions are the way that Virgo, oh sorry, I just called you Virgo, the way that Taurus, if you have Virgo rising or moon, you know, check out Virgo sign. This is going to be for what Taurus perceives the truth to be in this connection. And this is what Taurus's person perceives the truth to be. And this is what the universe is saying it's all about. So what I'm seeing is there's a sense of the Taurus maybe feeling lonely. Maybe the Taurus is even suffering with depression, or they can see that in their person. And there's a sense of emptiness, you know, and mental conditions are a real thing, you know. So if you are feeling like you're empty, you're in a funk, you're depressed, you know, it's always good to get advice, hang out with friends, you know, even possibly see a therapist as well. So, but there is a sense of loneliness that the Taurus is experiencing. Now, on the opposite side, on our cross-watcher side, we do get fearlessness, freedom, perseverance. So there's a certain amount of strength that's being brought from the opposite side. And maybe that's why you guys make a good match, because one of you brings like the strength and the perseverance and, you know, the fearlessness and the freedom, and the other one has a lot of periods of just feeling down and out, or maybe life is just hitting you really hard, and maybe you guys balance each other out good because of that. So the universe's energy in the center is all about memories, old acquaintances, recollections. And so it's really solidifying the things that make us stronger, the things that bind us. These are the things that are lessons for you that you're learning. So let's go ahead and look at our feeling space. So this is going to be, of course, for our next 30 days, and take energy as it resonates. I'm going to be reading for our Taurus here and the cross watcher here, but energy can be flipped. So if you feel like you're here, cross watcher, and that's your person over here, Taurus, then you can flip energy as well. All right, we are getting the Five of Pentacles and the Magician. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm picking up more of that loneliness, empty, scarcity mindset energy over here in the Taurus energy. Four of Cups, Taurus. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got over here for our cross watchers. And I am using our beautiful golden deck. So this is the deck they used in the 1400s. In 1450, this is what they used in Italy. So I thought, you know what? I want to use this deck too. This is a gorgeous deck. It's the Visconti Forza deck. All right, we're going to get one more. And these are our feeling energies. That was actually this way. I put it backwards. Okay, so we've got, yeah, again, our Tauruses are feeling a little bit down and out, maybe scarcity mindset, a feeling of, you know, a down energy. But in the middle, in their core, I do see the Magician. So this is all about making things happen for your life, for yourself. You feel like maybe this person helps you to make things happen, or this connection helps you to make things happen. This connection helps you to get into your Magician. So that's beautiful for you. And I also see the Four of Cups. So you do feel like you're missing out on things. Maybe sometimes life is passing you by and that's making you a little depressed, or there may be periods, gap periods where, you know, in between work, or in between the relationship, or in between I'm happy, now I'm not. I'm happy, now I'm not again. Let's go ahead and look into our cross watchers energy. So we do get our strength card. Yeah, see, the cross watcher is showing up really strong. They're like the backbone in this energy. They're like, you know, that that soul strength that lifts you up and helps you to be stronger. And this person is showing up. They also get the Spade of Swords. So this is our Six of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. They call it the Spade. And this is our Seven of Cups. So we are getting that energy again of confusion. So the confusion is coming from the cross-watcher side, because I can see it in their feeling space. And this is the current energy as well. So there's some sort of, I'm not really sure what to do. And maybe that's because, you know, this side, the Taurus side, is feeling down and out or depressed or empty too much of the time. Maybe there's something serious going on and they're not really sure how to handle it or how to move forward. Maybe this person is like sometimes in, sometimes out, because I am feeling there's gap periods because of the fluctuation of emotion as well. Now, the cross-watcher is in a place where they are feeling very strong and they're feeling in their energy. They're showing up for themselves. I don't like this card. I am an animal lover, and no, don't hit that poor animal. So, but yeah, this was the card they had in the 1400s. So, but we do see that this energy is all about moving forward even through the uncertainty of things. You know, it's being brave. And so there's two energies of being brave here. And so your cross-watcher is being very brave through the confusion, is basically what I'm getting in their feeling space. Let's go ahead and check out perceptions. All right, we do get, oh, per Three of Swords. No. What is going on with you, Tauruses? Please. Aw, a broken heart in the Lovers energy. Okay, now so the Lovers is a very strong energy for soulmates, but also soul twins. So let's see where this goes, what direction it's headed. We do get the Emperor, the Queen of Wands, the Magician, which is our divine masculine, and the Lovers. So this very well could be a twin flame, or soul twin, as I call it. So there's a certain amount of hurt that the Taurus is experiencing, and I don't know for sure if it's because of this connection or if something happened in this connection that made them feel some kind of way. Oh, maybe that's the reason they've been feeling depressed. They could have also taken this energy in with them because of past hurts. There's a sense though that this hurt is around love. And connection itself. They've been hurt in love or connection itself or with you. And this is definitely a soulmate or a twin flame connection. I'm also getting though in their perceptions, you know, they perceive you. So this is their perception. So they're perceiving you, cross-watcher, as someone who's maybe hurt them or someone that was hurt in this love. Or one or both of you have brought hurt into this. Now, I am seeing the Ace of Cups though, so this is a beautiful energy, and this is all about wanting to start new in that love, to offer a new cup of love, fresh emotions that aren't bogged down by the hurt anymore. You know, we get one shadow energy, karmic energy, and two positive energies, but the karmic energy is first, so it makes it the strongest. But it's beautiful because we get two empowered positive energies right behind it. So it's like you're working through that. And so that's beautiful for you. But it's there. And it's important to know that it's there and to honor that hurt, right? What do we see for our perception space? What kind of energy do we get for our cross-watchers? So our cross-watchers are seeing this. All right, we do get a Seven of Wands. And a Six of Cups. Okay. Yeah, see, that's another strong energy. I feel like this is a past life. This person, you guys may have had a connection in a past life. This is another strong energy of twin flames. And so it's very interesting that you both get that in your central energy for perception. The Taurus is perceiving you as a very strong soul connection, and the cross-watcher is perceiving the Taurus as a very strong connection. Now their energy is coming from, I have history with you, maybe that you've known each other for a long time, or you knew each other once, you know, ago, like in your childhood, or you were friends before you got together. But this is often about sharing and experiences in another life together, which you wouldn't remember in your logic mind space, but your soul would remember that. And so that's what energy is coming up right now, especially since we get soul energy here and here and here and here and again here. You have a lot of soul energy here. And oh, that's why the universe is saying the truth about this is about that memory connection. So see, the universe is bringing you two together. It's like your old acquaintances. Even if you've just met this person, this is someone you've known for a long time. If you've been in a relationship with this person for a while, this is someone that you've had a connection with before in another life, in another experience. And this energy is being reflected in your cross-watcher. Your cross-watcher can feel this energy. But so can you, which is why you get the Lover's energy. You just, sometimes it's hard to make sense of it though. You're not really sure what to believe or what is it, or but that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so we do have the Seven of Wands, and this is all about the cross-watcher is feeling maybe a little defensive, or trying to protect themselves. And that's because you are showing up with wounds around the love. You know, it can also be that they're perceiving you as being defensive and trying to protect yourself, because you're perceiving them as having a wounded heart. But they do perceive you as someone that they are strongly tied to on a soul level. And they also perceive that changes are about to occur. The universe is going to intervene and put things right, things that have gone, you know, mishaps, things that have gone wrong in the connection, to help put things right again. This is, even though, but it's going to shake things up. This often means something's going to happen that you don't want to happen. And you're going to feel like, why is this happening? Oh my goodness. Sometimes it has to do with losing a job, or all of a sudden your person isn't speaking to you anymore and you're like, what just happened here? Or it's not something you like. It's usually something you feel like, I don't see how this is going to be good. But whatever's going down and it's shaken the relationship up, it's for your better good. The universe is saying, I am trying to make things right because you guys are not doing it yet, the path you're supposed to be taking. And so you trust the process. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the want space. So what does our Taurus want in this connection or with their person? What are they looking forward to? Are they wanting commitments, flings? Are they wanting, what are they wanting? All right, teamwork. They're wanting to work together. They're wanting to do life with you. They're wanting those beginnings with you. They want that passion. They want to start fresh with you. They feel a soul connection with you. This is a very soulful card. It's also a little flirty, a little temptation. So it's like, yeah, we've got a little passion, a little flirtiness and temptations going on, but I want to do life with you. I want to work as a team. Let's see what else we can get here for the energy. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacles. So they're wanting to offer something real. They want to step it up. And for many of you, that might mean, you know, taking it to, you know, a commitment where you're not seeing other people. For others of you, that's going to mean something about maybe moving in or doing life together, like moving in, or maybe for some of you even getting married. I don't see the marriage energy really heavy right now here in the energy. I don't see commitments really solid in the energy either. So I feel like for most of you, this is like, you guys are together in your soul. Like this is committed in your soul, like soul contracts. I feel a very strong soul and emotional love to you. Divine masculine energy, past life energy, and or I have a connection with you, history with you, past with you. We share a lot of memories together. But I'm not seeing like very strong committed energy, but I do see stepping up in that arena. So for many of you, you know, you're getting there. All right, so I do see, wow, another 7. And okay, so a 7 of Swords and a 7 of Wands. Wow, and a 7 of Cups. Okay, let's get one more. Oh, wow. Okay, we do get the Hierophant. Okay, I spoke too soon. All right, so for the Cross Watchers Wands, so they want balance. They want things to balance out. They maybe, so this energy can also be very fiery and can be a little angry. This is an Aries energy, so some of you may be connecting with Aries as well. Let's see what else we get in signs. Yeah, so this is also a very fiery energy, a fire sign. You may be connecting with a fire sign. You don't have to be, but that's the energy that I'm seeing strongest. Of course, the Divine Masculine is air energy, and Lovers is air energy. But this is all about wanting balance. So if the Taurus is feeling depressed or empty, or they're having gap periods where it's like, I'm okay, now I'm not. I'm okay, now I'm not. We're together, now we're not. We're together, now we're not. This person, the Cross Watcher, is wanting balance in this, in the relationship, in the emotions. They're wanting a sense of not so much equal give and take. This energy is more like, see, and we also have our 7 of Swords here. So, all right, my cat was meowing. I had to tend to him. He's so sweet. He's only 14 now. No, oh my gosh, I think he's 15, 16. But he has eye problems and a liver problem. And so, yeah, I have to sometimes give him medicine. And yeah, so I had to do that real quick. Okay, so we were talking about the Temperance and our 7 of Swords and our Hierophant. So, you know, this energy is all about balance. Your cross watcher is wanting you to balance. What I can see here is your cross watcher is feeling also, maybe you cut corners, maybe you're being too lazy, maybe you're running. You know, the 7 of Swords can be about, you know, avoiding things, ignoring things. It can also be about deceit, you know. Your person might feel that you are being deceitful about something, and maybe that's where the hurt is coming from. But for most of you, I feel like it's just a sense of cutting corners, barely trying, you know, low effort, running away from responsibility type of energy. And that's often what comes up in twin flame connections. But your person is wanting that commitment, that marriage. This is a very strong marriage card, a very strong, you know, let's get together for life kind of card. It's also a very spiritual card, you know, about those commitments. So that's what I'm seeing in your person's one space. Like they want that balance again. They don't want to feel like things are, you're not trying your best, or you're putting in low effort, or there's lies, or you're running away from things, cutting corners. They want you to just show up. They want things to be balanced, and they want those commitments all in order. So let's go ahead and see what we get for the action space. What actions will your person be taking? Remember, this is going to be for the next 30 days. So this is through most of the month of November for my earth signs. And wow. Okay. What's going on with my Tauruses? My Tauruses have got so much interesting and confusing energy going on over here. All right, let's go ahead and look and see what's going on. the next 30 days. And thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Tauruses. We've got all right, so on our Taurus side, we have the World, the Devil, and the Seven of Pentacles. And on our Crosswatcher side, we get our Two of Swords. That was an energy I saw in the future, too. And we get our Knight of Swords. Wow. And, ooh, two wants to come out. Wow, you both, Death and the 10 of Wands. No, Swords. Wow. You were all about the swords. Okay, so for the action space for the Tauruses, the Taurus is putting certain devil energies behind them, karmic energies, bad behaviors, whatever it was that was all about that Seven of Wands energy, the Seven of Swords energy, whatever that was about, if it was, you know, lies, or if it was cutting corners, running away, avoiding, ignoring things, they're at the place now karmically where they're going to be putting that behind them. They're coming to a completion around that I would call karmic energy. And they're going to be going towards investments. They want to invest in something real, and they want to show up. They want to give, you know, they want to be here now, show up for a real offer and invest in those things. And I do see that in their wants. So their wants and their actions are aligned. So over the next 30 days, some of you will be getting into this energy faster, some of you slower. It depends on how you move in your own energy and in the connection with your person. For the Crosswatchers, I do see the Two of Swords. So there's a sense of indecision on the Crosswatchers side. I see it here. I see it in the Seven of Cups, indecision. The Seven of Cups in their feeling space. Now it's showing up in their action space, indecision. So confusion is coming from, there's some confusion and indecision coming from the Crosswatcher side. And maybe that's because the Taurus hasn't been, you know, fully showing up the way they needed to be, or something happened with you guys, you know, that made you question something. But I do see that the Knight of Swords is showing up, and we also have our 10 of Swords, and then Death and Rebirth in actions. So, wow. Your Crosswatcher is not sure what to do. They might be wondering your intentions. And they might be having a lot of words with you, arguments with you. You guys might not feel like you're on the same page with the way you all are communicating. This person, your Crosswatcher, wants to tell you some things, but it's not necessarily in the smoothest way. It's more like in a sharp way. And or they have a lot on their mind that they're getting across to you, and new ideas about things, or things you haven't heard before. It might be throwing you off. We do have also the 10 of Swords though. So, and also the Death and Rebirth card. So there's a strong hurt between you, or that this person's carrying. And I see that in our 3 of Swords in the Taurus energy. But your person, Crosswatcher, is also going to be putting this down, because what I see in both of your actions is the Taurus is stepping up, and they're putting down that karmic behavior, and they want to offer some real things. And what I see in the Crosswatcher is we've got the Crosswatchers also letting go of hurts. So sometimes this card is about a painful ending, but I'm not really seeing that in your energy here. The other way that you often can understand this energy is about putting an end to pain. And because this is coupled with the Death and Rebirth, I feel like this is an internal and a connective with their person process of putting the pain behind them. They're putting this pain behind them, they're ending it, and they're having a new beginning. They're starting anew. This is like transformation within them. So for many of you, let's go ahead and let's look at our future energy so you can get like a better, clear idea. So in the future energy, so this would be like probably toward the first week in December or last week in November. There's a sense of taking time to yourself. Maybe you guys might be taking a little break. You could be in separation, but for many of you, it's just a break or just spending a little bit more time on your own, thinking about things, reflecting on things, and trying to make decisions about what to do, because this energy shows up again. You know, we get two energies of confusion, two energies of indecision. And I see that it's mostly coming from your cross-watcher's side. So there's a sense of this person, so a big group of you are going to be in the category where your cross-watcher may be saying, okay, let's separate. I'm not really, I'm confused about you, confused about where we're going. I'm undecided about what I want to do or what your intentions are. And I'm going to just start anew. And I'm going to go over here and do my own thing. For another big portion of you, you're not going to be separating in the relationship. You're going to keep the relationship and move forward, but your cross-watcher is going to be transmuting their hurt energy and feeling like they get a rebirth in that, so that they are not in a feeling of bad place, which is really what, you have in your perception space. You're perceiving this connection as something that can offer or can have a new beginning in the emotions, a new beginning in the love, even though there is hurt there. And I think that's why your cross-watcher is kind of confused, because it's, do we go forward and work through that hurt, or do we go separate ways? That's what the energy is all about. It's not really sure what your intentions are, not really sure what direction to go. And so I see that you guys are going to need to reflect and connect to yourself to know what your soul's telling you, what spirit's telling you in terms of what you should do, what direction to take. But yeah, so in the action space for the cross-watcher, there is a sense of needing to make decisions, letting you have it communicative-wise with their words, what's happening. And either they're going to say, I'm sorry, but I want to go a different direction now. And that might feel like painful to you and to them. But they're going to be activating a new beginning in their life. And for others of you, you guys are going to work through that pain, and you guys are going to come out stronger, and you're going to have that rebirth within the relationship and that new cup of emotion of fresh feeling. So there'll be two separate groups of you. And I was feeling that as well at the very beginning. There's one group of you that you guys are going strong in the past. You guys are celebrating, having fun, but something happened that made you guys confused about the situation, and your cross-watcher is not really sure anymore. For another group of you, it's more serious. Maybe there's affairs, or you're too flirty with people, and there's something going on in that area. And maybe that's something that your cross-watcher, everyone has free will if they want to forgive things or not. But I do want to point out, we get a 7 of Cups, we get a 7 of Wands, and we get a 7 of Swords. So really, really beautiful number. Again, 777 is a very soulful number. With all the soul energy here, I have no doubt this is a most likely twin flame, twin soul connection. At the very least, a karmic soulmate connection. We get all this energy. Very beautiful. We get our Emperor, we get our Queen of Wands, we get our Lovers, we get our Divine Masculine, we get our Hierophant, marriage, soulful marriage and energy, and our Ace of Cups. Very beautiful energy. But for many of you, you might be seeing 777 as confirmation that this is for you. And yeah, let me get this back in place. All right, so let's see if we get anything else in the numbers. We get a 1 here. Let's see, we've got a 3, we've got another 1. And we got another 3, another 3. Wow, we've also got 333. No surprise, I'm seeing a lot of 7s. Oh, we actually have another 7 here too. Okay, so we actually have 4 7s here. So you might be seeing 777 or even 4 7s in a row. For some of you, you might be seeing 333. 7s, 3s, and 1s show up a lot in sequence when you're dealing with soul connections. Yeah, here's another 7 as well. The 7 of Pentacles. You guys have every 7. The 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups. Yeah. You might even be seeing 7 5 times. All right, let's see what else we got here. We've got a 111. We've also got 111. No surprise. A sequence of 1s, a sequence of 3s, a sequence of 7s. Yeah, that's what we got. Very, very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get some angel energy. So some of you may be seeing 111 as well. As confirmation, this is for you. All right, this wants to come out. We do have 1212, taking the initiative. This is probably for the Taurus. Transformation, positivity, happiness, communication, messages, good news, self-expression, and high energy. Make the most of what you have. It will lead you to new heights. Acknowledge your blessings and cherish your loved ones. Inspire and inspiration will guide you forward, helping you discover your path. And exciting news and positive developments are on the horizon. All right, so keep your chin up. And let's go ahead and get a Bread of Life energy. And remember, communication is super important in any relationship. It's what, you know, helps relationships to go through all those hard times, because we're often so on different pages of understanding what it is that we want or what the other person's doing. Communication goes a long way. All right, so we get 2 Corinthians 9:8. So yeah, 9 and 8 is 17, 17, 18, 19, 9 and 1 is 10. So you do get a numerological value of 10 or another 1 in here. 1, 1, 1, 1. God is able to make all grace abound to you. So remember that you can always turn to Source for the things that you need. And thank you so much for joining. And I will see you guys again in the next 7 days. Or sorry, not 7 days, in the next 30 days. Take care, blessings.